introduce a third person who's actually stopping both of them from moving. And it can't be anybody else in this game. It's themselves, actually. So they need to do something to their race cars to take off. On the right side, Estefanos for the Sebeta side. Is looking for support behind him. Finds it from Bochashura. Oh, Bosha then lets it off from a man who's got a similar playing style with him. Abdul Karim Warku brings it into the center. Teshegel, I think, will be fitting into trying to roll on the right flank to bring in the crosses as well. Split right down to the left side to Mohamed Shafi. The one man who's been... Teshegel is already flinging himself into his workplace on the left side. No foul there. I think the referee deems it a fair challenge. I think I also would agree with the referee 100%. So Fitsum was not going to get anything out of that. You've got to challenge for the balls and pick them up. There's a little bit of a problem with the pressure on this ball. But Fitsum was thinking that he should have been getting the foul here. Yet he was equally pushing hard onto Yared Tadese. Just come back onto the left side for the Wulqi'te side. And then an interception will send it out for a throw-in. It's going to be for Sebeta. They got only this half to be able to pick up the 3 points that they need. And the table will be shaping up, especially in the middle. Just after the game like this one, that's when everything will be decided. And that's when the two sides will then do their mathematics and find out whether they're going to be finishing with a lower number of minutes or not. But that change should be working for the Wulqi'te side, is it, Gilbert?
Absolutely. I mean, they still have one more game to play after this one. They'll have played 23 points, and should it remain this way, they'll get to 23 points, and it won't be a good place for them to get to. So I think a solid 3 points for them will suffice for them.
If only there was a place where it can be given to them on a silver platter, you know, it would be very easy. But here they have to fight for it.
Absolutely.
The other side equally needs a solid 3 points. It's going to be a foul here. Teshegel is going to be deemed as the guilty man here. Just puts his hand onto David Estefanos. Unfortunately, it was already off the field of play, but still it can be carded for that offense. Referee says, cut it off altogether, Teshegel. You've just come into the game a few minutes ago, so...
It's Negash.
Yes. Sorry, to Negash.
Yes.
Tesfaye Negash. Yeah. I mean, cut it out. You've just come in a few minutes ago. Why do you want to do this? We've had a very good 45 minutes before you were there. Tesfaye Negash, the man in Jersey 12. It's back into the midfield. Mawuli loses possession of it. Shura places it in the path. Oh, and then there's no control from Getu Haile Mariam, who loses it. It's going to be a throw-in for Wulqi'te. This is a good through ball. If only it could have been getting to Enoch Ayele. It doesn't, though. And this is Estefanos bringing it to Getu. Too much style sometimes for Estefanos. Knocks him onto the ground. I mean, he just turned in the opposite direction altogether. Bochashura puts it out on the right side as well. This is Abdul Basit Kemal. Changes the wing on to the left side. Behailu. Tesfaye Negash was trying to raise his hands to say there was anything there, but nothing being given there. Bochashura as well is not going to get anything out of that attempt. Jeffrey is the one who's delivering it, but Bochashura ends up handling the ball there.
Yeah, he does handle the ball on his left hand.
That's given out for a foul then. So the finish is not very good. This is a nice one now. To Tesfaye Negash. He's just coming as a sub and he's making inroads on the right side, more like a striker. though we know he's a right back, but he's roving onto the wing as well. Tadese has gone back into his default settings. Always plays on the negative. Always brings the ball back to the defenders. Rarely looks at playing progressively. And this is where the blunders usually come in. A long run now by Bochashura. He's got only one man to beat. Now he changes direction onto the left side. I think it's just giving away the responsibility, Gilbert.
He was in a hurry to release the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in a prime position to go in, at least take a shot.
Oh, hold the ball and come back on the right side.
Pass, yeah.
It was brilliant by Mawoli.
The timing, the run, and at this point, his first, second touch lets him down, and he has nobody running on the opposite side to get onto that ball.
Oh, he gives away responsibility. Yeah. That's all. He doesn't want to be blamed for it. He's trying to say that he knew somebody else would be there. Mawoli is livid about it. He knows those are chances that you bury, and you then get the advantage in the game. This is Negash again. Tadese. If only he could for once, look progressively and move with speed. It would probably change his game a bit as well. Otherwise, it's become very legible. That's him again on the ball. Well, you can count on it. He's going to play it backwards all the time.
Always, and that's the negative play. He's playing in a very prime position as an attacking midfielder, but the kind of act anytime he's on the ball is very wanting.
Oh, Tadese certainly in a better position now to play progressively. Ayele, good choice of where to take the pass to on the left side, and then the cross comes in. Oh, well, the Georgis just handles the ball there. Oh, look at him now, being livid on the referee. And the gestures on the face sometimes are really contemptuous. Here it is again. You be the judge then. And he says that's his chest, Gilbert.
No, this is something that...
Does he have the chest on his hands?
No, absolutely.
Chest on his hands?
No, absolutely.
Well, look at it. Look at the face. And,
but even the chest itself was going out. It's not like he controlled the ball and was in total control of the ball.
That's not even the point. I mean, seriously. You make it look like the referee is the one who's made all the mistakes. Mawuni is going to punish them for the mistakes if they keep making the mistakes in front of goal. Gilbert.
Absolutely. He really knows how to read the game. And, he knows exactly what the defenders want to do, and he's ready to pounce on and strike.
Against Sabeta, will pick it up in the midfield with Tadese having tried to send the ball so far off. This is a yellow card offense here, just pulling down on Bochashura. It has been given to Ramadan Yusuf. They're getting a little bit desperate, and that is going to cost them. Because you've seen it in Walde Georgis, now you're seeing it in Ramadan Yusuf. And I can tell you from where I am, I see the ref still talking to Walde Georgis. There they are, very close to each other in the middle of your picture there. The referee and Walde Georgis, and he's telling him, calm down. Now that's usually a danger sign. You will probably get carded the next time. He's been doing his business very well in the midfield, Walde Georgis. Not time to be able to be the bad man in the game. It's back to the goalkeeper, Fasil Gabriel Mikhail. Just pushed back to the center by Mawoli. He's been getting himself into very good positions. Mawoli now on the left side. And Fitsum Gebeberiam doesn't make up a decision on how he's going to approach that ball. He's already in a misstep by the time he's approaching that ball. He can't take a definite hard shot on either the right or the left foot, Gilbert.
Well, Bernard, they must thank Mawoli. He's providing the very good feed, and you expect that there is space on the right-hand side, the left-hand side of the goalkeeper. He wants to play the near post. There's no way. Fitsum has lost a great opportunity. He's lost it. The ball was also bouncing. Doesn't get a definite shot there. It's a better build-up then. Mawoli might have to decide to take matters into his own hands, just as much as Abubakar Sani is doing as well. Gets the advantage. Well, they lose it. Warku loses possession. That's why they don't get that foul. But Sani was already on a break in the midfield. Wow, there is a warning sign
For who?
By Sebeta. This is clearly a warning sign.
What does that mean?
The way they are attacking.
Yes, it's a warning sign to Wulqi'te.
There's something that is coming.
We could say the same thing as well on the Wulqi'te side. There was a warning, although a smaller one. Here is Fuad Faraja, deflected off by the defender Mohamed Shafi. You feel there is a warning that has been given here by Sebeta.
Yeah.
Do you feel anything for Wulqi'te?
Just like, when you start hearing thunderstorm, then you know there's some rain that's going to fall down.
And Wulqi'te as well. Ayala is penalized for handling the ball. Like I said before, they're getting erratic, and that is the problem. The Wulqi'te side are getting erratic. From the time they start getting the yellow cards as well, it tells you that they are committing the errors that might just cost them. And Sebeta is taking advantage of that. Substitution here. They're going to be bringing Ahmed Hussein, scorer of 2 goals for the side, taking out Waldo Georgis. And that was a warning sign as well. When Waldo Georgis started getting entangled in verbal exchange with the referee, usually very quiet, just going about his business, but has been substituted now by Ahmed Hussein. What do you make of that?
I think that's a very good call from Sisei Abraha. He knows that Lugeta Waldo Georgis has lost his temperament. And I think instead of getting a red card, the best thing is to try and bring in somebody else.
So he saves him.
He saved him.
But that means he has to make, anyway, it's midfielder for a forward. So just a little bit of a technical change that will have to be made there. Again, Fuad Faraja is gasping for air on the neck with the intimating that a hand came to him. But this seems like it just swipes off his head. It swipes off the cheek here on the right side. I mean, it's just,
it doesn't get him. It really doesn't get him.
I think he's tired from the run that he was having on the right side. Take a few minutes just to gasp for air a little bit and be a little bit of a superstar. When play stops for you, you become a little bit of a superstar. Everybody's attention is focused on you. It's got 88% pass accuracy, and that's a good thing altogether. Osei Mawoli is definitely the talisman here for the Sebeta side. Picked a loose ball here and went for a shot that was taken by the goalkeeper. But he has twice in 2 previous moves provided on the right and on the left for Fitsum Gabriel Mariam and also for Bulchishura. He knows that he missed that one. Didn't get his full power behind it. 3 goal attempts. Scored 2 goals in the last game that they played from the penalty spot. Osei Mawoli in the 45th and 62nd minute. And that was against Hadi Osina. So he's very accustomed to it. If it ended like this, Sebeta would be in the same position, in the 5th position with 1 point extra. And Wulqi'te would just remain where they are in the 11th position. They don't pick 1 point extra. It wouldn't help them at all. 3 points is better than 1. In football, we often say you pick 1 point or all 3. It's going to be a foul here. The ball. And then it was sent off the field of play in a sportsmanship. This shot, it's already been given back to the Wulqi'te side to start it. Viadlin Elias, very solid in Sebeta's central defense. Let's go to deal with Ero Kayele, and Warku gives a good pass down on the right side. Oh, well. Abaka Hassan, it takes a little time before he delivers it. Now he's got to look for support. He's turning a Defris inside out. Negash gets a foul here from the tackle that came from Fitsum. That one. So they'll get a foul for that. It's going to be coming from the right side of the attack. And Wulqi'te will be having it. So the ball being provided by Fitsum and David Estefanos. Well, well, the referee is on the other side. He's trying to cut out all these moves, all these pulling and tugging that Abdul Basit Kebal is exerting. Simret was trying to get in there. The orange jerseys don't get onto the target. Tadese. This one's dropping, but it's not accurate as well. It gets off the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be for Sabeta.
Again, that's a clearance again from Misei Palos. Again, poor clearance again, right next to Jared. At this point, he can only try to pick the upper 90, but the direction is not there.
The ball is rising as it's going out there. You carve it if you wanted to go into the goal area. You carve it. You don't splash it away, which is what he did. Ayele. And then David Estefanos with a quick change into the midfield for Sabeta. Shura. Yeah, was being accosted by Abdul Karim Warku, and he ultimately gets the free kick for the Sabeta side. Big one into the box. Oh, massively big clearance coming from Negash. He's got the freshest of legs on the field of play, so he's making good use of it as well. The runs that he's making on the right side were initially helping when he came in, but he's fallen back into his traditional right back position. Fuad Fareja sends it out on the right side. Yeah, a good combination between Fuad Fareja and Bocha Shura. I always thought they play better when they are together. Osei Bawoli is forced to try and push it forward for Bocha. Just down onto the right side. And a big one. Oh. Negash cannot convince us that he was just unable to touch on that ball and totally missed it. The whole circumference of it. You said, what's the measurement of the ball, Gilbert?
It's size 5.
You make it look like it's such a big crime to miss it, you know?
It's a big, I mean, that's huge circumference.
It happens sometimes. You just don't get onto it. The coach obviously is not impressed about that, but for the Sabeta side, coach is looking more about how they can run that midfield play, which is working very well for them. But then, how do they translate it into the final third, into a goal? That's what they need to work on. Here comes Fuad Fareja. Oh, he's rolled it off the field of play. Yeah, it's gone off the field of play. He knows it. It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be for Wulqi'te. So far, Gilbert, how has the second half panned out for you?
It's a good game. It's a good game, Bernard. I mean, you can see the levels of football increasing from the defense into the midfield and into the striking force. And you can't take away anything from both defenses. They've really stood out solid.
They're looking very good.
Yes.
The defenses are looking very good. Oh, well, a yellow card offense here, just deliberately handling the ball from the defender, Shafi. He's just risking himself here. Simply just tapped the ball out. Look at his right hand, the left hand rather. He just taps the ball out so that he doesn't get to Bocha Shura. Now Bocha becomes the referee. And he says yellow card should be given here. If he had one, I'm sure you'd have flashed it on Shafi. It's just that he doesn't get... What's David Estefanos complaining about then? I mean, do you want to tell the referee how to do his job? I'm surprised the yellow card is coming on David Estefanos. That just means whatever he's saying to the referee is what is wrong. The foul, the ball is already yours. It goes out, it's going to be a foul. Why would you want to be telling the referee things that bring you into being carded, Gilbert?
Yeah, I think he was intimating that Mohamed Shafi should have been the one receiving the yellow. And the referee calls him and tells him that this is my duty to decide who.
Of course, but he didn't say it nicely because Bocha Shura also said it. He doesn't get a yellow card.
Absolutely.
So maybe David Estefanos didn't say it in the best of words. I mean, could have said something else altogether that enrages the referee. Players say a lot of things. You must know that as well. And they don't say nice things to referees and even to the other players. Very big one. Goes over the bar here. It's going to be a goal kick. This is going to be for the Wulqi'te side. Sisei Abram, the assistant coach, has taken over. since the departure of Degiarega Zigza from the Wulqi'te side. An attempted through ball here that was going to be going to Osei Mawuli. Warku. And then plays it out to Abubakar Sani. Some good footwork coming from Bulchishura, but he leaves the ball behind. Now the problem with that is that everything nice that you have been doing suddenly becomes very bad when you lose the possession. Estefanos onto the left side. Defris has joined the attack, and Fitsum is now moving on with it. Goes for a shot. Mawuli is open on the right side, waiting for that ball. Doesn't get to it. And Fitsum chooses power.
I mean, I think I would say he just became selfish.
He did.
Yeah,
he did.
Because there were about 2 or 3 players who are in a better position.
His choice of power came from a selfish ambition.
Yeah.
11 goal attempts, 8 of them for Sebeta. Not on target, just 2 of them. So 9 of them off target in total here. And if Sebeta have got the bulk of the shots, then you know which bulk of shots went overboard. This one will again go to Jamal Tassel. He's going to take it. It's going to be a foul. Will be given to Sebeta. A big striker, Ahmed Hussein, not getting onto the position very easily. In fact, he's not been provided for since he came into the game here. Fitsum again put on a run. He's got one man to get the better of. Allows him to actually just get the ball and play it. And Shafi enjoys banging it on to Fitsum for a throw-in that is going to be for the Wulqi'te side. Simretu. Good return to Warku, whose first instinct is to be stylish and roll through everybody else. Then gets it out to Abubakar Sani. Goes back into the midfield. And now it is with Ramadan Yusuf, who's played it to Tadesse. Back to Yusuf. They're looking for an entry from the left side. Not the best way to attempt going for a goal, Gilbert. I mean, it's just too ambitious. It really doesn't have any other ingredient except the power. Desperation, I would say, because 70 minutes, no single shot on target. For the Wulqi'te side.
Yeah, for the Wulqi'te side, and that's not the best way to approach a game where you're supposed to be collecting 3 points.
Here is Osei Mawuli, the most dangerous of the strikers, up at the front, turns it on to Fitsum. And then Fuad Fareja, no, go for a shot. It's so pretty obvious what Fuad Fareja was looking for. And you can see him pulling his left boot behind. Just go for the shot first, and he had already gone past the defender. Here comes Wulqi'te on this other side. Ayala simply abandons that search up at the front. Now they've got to start play. Fuad is back on his feet. There he is. I mean, he should have just gone. He's already gone through the defender. Then he spreads himself on the defender.
He just flunks himself.
He smears himself on the defender.
There is no tackle. There is no touch on him. He's just trying to, pass on some time.
You see, the result of that is you don't have possession, and there is nothing that has happened to you. You miss totally the chance to put your team ahead. And he could have gotten onto that one if he wanted to. Or so we think. Jamal Tassel into the midfield to Tadesse. Simretu. Ayele was trying to chance on the fact that this might go past the defenders. It's back into the wing for the Sebeta side. Warku will capitalize on it. It's going to go out for another throw in here. I think it's going to be a substitution. It most likely is looking like a Sebeta substitution. But before then, we'll go into the water break, with Tadesse having had a chance earlier on to shoot straight at goal and missing it altogether. And it leaves the scoreline still at 0-0. but it's going to be fresh advice. And this is probably the last time that you can give advice to them huddled together as a team. What do you think the better side then should be thinking about at this moment?
I think at this point, the truth is that Mauli has been a provider in chief in all the chances that they've come their way. They are not solid when it comes to finishing. I think they need to be more composed whenever they are in and around the Wulqi'te box. For Wulqi'te, they've decided to sit back, soak pressure. They are defending. But again, when you want to transit, then your passes must be on point, and your strikers at the top, including Enoch Ayele and Ahmed Hussein, must utilize just one opportunity that comes their way.
It's going to be a game of just one opportunity, by the way. I mean, this is going to be a win of just one opportunity. Wulqi'te using 50% of the attacks on the left side and in the center as well. And then very little of the right side that they are using. We know who's playing in those positions. For the Sebeta side, it's on the left side most of the time. And they have totally abandoned the right side, you know, just using it very sparingly. And they seem to want to make a change. I think it's Ibrahim Kadir who's going to be coming into the field of play. And he will be getting a big team place here. This one, he just smears himself on the defender. He could have evaded him. I'm going for that ball. And he hits himself on the defender. You can't say the defender's fouled him. So he hit himself on the defender. There's a difference there. So we have a new man here. Kadir has come in for Fitsum Gebre Mariam, who has looked a little bit tired. The 8-goal scorer of the Sebeta side, so goes to the bench. A forward for a forward, Gilbert.
Absolutely. I think Fitsum has just run out of gas. And Kadir Ibrahim comes in, at least to see whether they can be able to solidify. And that shows you exactly what's the better one. They want a win, and therefore they bring in fresh legs to try and permeate through the left-hand side of the attack.
Push onto the right side then for Sebeta. And this one, a perfect chance to put the ball in the net. Now, these are the chances that you are not supposed to complain to anybody about. Butcher will look at himself and wonder why exactly he was playing in the forward line if he can't put that one in the net. The flag was down. It comes to him with only the goalkeeper. He doesn't scrape it into the net. He doesn't even have power on it.
I think it's forward.
Forward for Asia. Yeah. This is a better chance than what they got earlier on.
Previously, yes. You know, golden opportunity lost.
It's going to be a difficult time for him. That's him now trying to capitalize on the miss in the midfield. It's one for Reja, and he misses just a very, very obvious chance in this game. The one that should have been the game changer here comes from the right side. It's in the offside position at the moment, but yes. Flag stays down.
Actually, the ball comes off Remington Yusuf, and that's why I think the linesman decides to put his flag down. And he's all alone. There are two guys there with a golden opportunity. Now he's holding his face.
Well, this is back onto the for Wulqi'te. And a chance for a shot through the center is thwarted. Another one again hits onto enough wide shots, but it's still not yet out. So Tadessa picks it up. They try to bring it again from the left side. Sebeta literally throwing everybody into defense. A change onto the right side then. Negash will go for it. Manages to keep it in play. Worku will be penalized for a foul here. Initially, the advantage had been given. It could have been an easy pick there. But when the advantage is lost, and the foul is given to the new man, Ibrahim Kadir. They've taken it quickly. It's already gone out for a throw-in. It's going to be another handball. It's going to be given to the Wulqi'te side. Sebeta in a rush, Wulqi'te in a rush, all looking for the crucial 3 points in this game. Simreto telling his men to go up. The tackles that have been done by Worku, it's just one as a midfielder. His role is to distribute. Then Teresa sprays it out onto the left side. Headed out by Adefris. Some very long legs of the new man, Ahmed Hussein. Tries to get onto that ball. Ulcha Shura now. Brought into the midfield. Nasei Mawuli manages to dummy and bring it back to their own position. Now it's in the midfield for Wulqi'te. Looking for a through ball here. Tadese is out on the left. He looks at the right side, tries to get it to Abubakar Sani. Some solid defense by Elias Beardlin. And stops him shot. This is a very difficult game, Gilbert, of challenging everything that is coming into this game.
Both these teams have given their all. I mean, none of them are slacking, even for one beat.
Both in the midfield and in the defense, things are working so hard. And when you look at the forward line, everybody's trying to give their all into the striking. But I still feel it's going to be a painful loss for one side and a very sweet victory for just one goal from either side. This is coming from the right side. Mawuli doesn't go accurately onto it from Ibrahim Kadir's delivery from the left side. Didn't prepare himself well enough. Ahmed Hussein is also making it work for him on the left flank. Will be trying to dash back to pick up the loose ball. Today simply avoids the tackle. Second guessing where that could have been going to. It's going to be played back to Jamal Tassel. All the way back into the Sabeta half. Get to Haile Mariam, then tries to get Butcher Shura up at the front. Butcher recovering and taking the spiraling ball away for possession. 24 passes more have been completed by the Sabeta side than the Wulqi'te side. But if you look at the total number of passes, 624 now. It's a very good total of passes. The foul here is on Butcher Shura. But this was one that was meant for, say, Mawuli.
There's too much attention that has been given on Mawuli. It's really not just getting it outright the way you would expect. They've made it very, very difficult for him to.
And I think that's why in the first half he played more as the provider than the striker. He's just realizing that time is running by, and now he needs to take things in his own hands and try and get a goal for his side. That's why Mawuli is getting back into the central striking role. Good one here through the flag has stayed down, but Ayele has delayed his own ball up at the front. There is Warko. Oh, this is Sani. Abubakar Sani on the left side. At first, Ayele was the one best suited to get this one, but he delays it himself. And then Sani gets into position.
He just flaps that one. He flaps that one. The defender is actually giving him his back at this point. You need to take your time. There is no way that you can hit the net in that particular manner.
Well, Mawuli is on this other side, quickly moving. Again, they have missed a chance. This is a better side. They will still be blaming the same man for not having gotten the ball into the net. It's going to be a very tired man in the bus when they are driving away from the stadium. This one is deflected into the net by Thomas Imretu himself. It's going to be an on-call, just out of sheer pressure that they have put on the team. The Sabeta side forced them into an error. And the big man in defense, Thomas Imretu himself, is the one who puts it in the net. Just after Fuad Ferreira had missed a sitter earlier on, to add on to the others that he had missed, it was going to be painful. And now it is the defender on the other side who scores the goal for them in the 80th minute of the game. Well, Fuad Ferreira might just take some consolation out of that, but it's a pressure by Sabeta that makes this happen, Gilbert.
It's a good run. It's a good run. Again, the provider in chief is Mawuli. Takes the shot, and at this particular point, any of your players or the opponents will definitely put the ball in the net. And I told you, I could hear thunderstorms from afar.
Oh, yeah, but that time it was the Sabeta side who were going to score. This is Imretu who has scored for them.
My friend, who is leading?
We all know who is leading. The thunder is for both sides. I mean, Wulqi'te themselves have lost chances here, but for Fuad Ferreira, he certainly needs the thunder in his ears, loud and clear, for missing the chances. It may be a time that they are celebrating, but they have missed chances to score on their own. Wulqi'te 0, It's a better one from a Thomas Simretu on goal. Wow, what a game. It was going to be on sheer pressure. It's about the second time in the Ethiopia Premier League in the second half that we've had to inscribe the letters OG for own goal. Thomas Simretu, things not going too right for him in this second half of the season. Had to endure a red card. Had to sit out because of 5 yellow cards, and now he scored an own goal. Last time he did that, he rallied back and redeemed the goal by scoring one himself. That was in the first leg. But this time around, the intensity, I don't think, can allow him to be able to do that. And the minutes remaining as well are just 7.5. Negash is running down on the right side. The ball's already rolled off the field of play. It's going to be a throw-in that will be given to the Sabeta side. Gilbert, you're shaking your head. Why?
Simretu was given.
Look at this. I mean, he's facing his own goal area.
Yes.
You can't clear the ball from there, facing that side. You can't.
So I'm saying, he was given an assignment to Mark Mawudi the whole day, and then
it's an unfortunate situation.
He decided to put the ball in the net.
No, he didn't decide. He was facing the wrong side, and that clearance, he wanted to take the ball out, but that goal mouth is very wide as well, so he put it right in there. So it's very unfortunate for Thomas Simretu. It's the second time that has happened. He occasioned another own goal in the first leg, but he redeemed himself by scoring a goal himself up at the front. It's out on the right side for Bochashura for Sabeta. The support comes in, waits a little bit too long to deliver. This ball has already rolled off the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick for the Wulqi'te side. Now remember, Gilbert, I told you it's going to be a very painful win for either side, just one goal win. I didn't know it would be as painful as one person scoring in his own net. But look at how far 3 points can take a team. Sabeta will slot themselves into the third position.
From seven,
just out of 3 points.
It's interesting.
And as we were saying, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth positions are the ones that have the real competition. Here is a chance on the left side. Sani Ahmed Hussein will just hit the side netting and give away a free kick, a goal kick. It's going to be a change here. Bochashura is going to go off the field of play. And Sabeta will bring in Tadele Mengesha. 10th game that he's playing, Tadele Mengesha. Very clean player, has no cards to his credit at all, but neither does he have goals to his credit at all.
Well, but I don't think Bochashura has lived to his potential. He's got very good speed, very good technique, and he knows how to wiggle himself around the defenders, but his final touch, final pass has really let him down.
He's missed a couple of chances as well in this game, and that has worked against him. All the finer details of his good play suddenly then get forgotten when you lose a couple of chances in front of goal. And today, having been playing together with Fuad Fareja, put him in a very good position to be able to do a very good job. Ayele plays it out to the right side to Abubakar Sani. Nice return. And Ayele takes his time before he takes it back to Sani. On the right flank, here comes a cross. No one at the center to go for it. Yeah, I would have been very misadvised to try and chase that ball down there. The first instinct for Fuad Fareja should have been to clear the ball and not chest it down, because there'll be very many foot who will come to you. But here is the Sidama coach, Gabriel Medin Haile. Why do I get the impression, Gilbert, that he should be a very happy man today? Is it because this win works for him?
It does work for him because he still has 2 matches to go and he's on 25 points. Wulqi'te this is the 23rd match. They only have 1 match to go, and should it end this way, they'll still be on 22 points. So for him, he just needs to pick maybe a draw out of the last 2.
So he's happy that Wulqi'te is losing here and not winning, because Wulqi'te would have left them in that very difficult situation. Sidama itself will be having a little rest, and they will be playing on Sunday against another bottom place team, the Jima Bajifar side. This is going to be a free kick after all has been decided here. Yeah, today's it. Bahelu Teshagar exchanging places as well. Should have come in slightly earlier, in my opinion. But that's the referee's called, and in the 86th minute of the game, the national team coach as well, Ubetu, is here, watching every moment of it. Well, we had the fortune of watching Ubetu in some training as well. He scored some very brilliant goal as well, but that's a story we'll give you on another day altogether. Abdul Karim who sends this back into the area. The header by Ahmed Hussein is just not accurate. It goes up the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Some of the best deliveries come so casually for Wulqi'te. Some of the easiest of chances as well, Gilbert.
Yeah, and you know, that ball is upwards. You need to hit it downwards. And with the height that Ahmed Hussein brings into this game, it should be easy for him to bury those kind of crosses.
This is back into the midfield with Tadele Mengesha, one of the newest men on the Sabeta side, just to put in a little bit of fresh legs and run down the defenses as well. Teshaga pushes it back to Abdul Karim Warku, then chips it towards the box. Oh, there's a clash of boots up here. It's going to be a free kick. Beside Paolo's claims that it went onto his chest. Oh, the other side, Bealu Teshaga just walks away from that. You and I always have the chance to watch it again. I think it's the hand that bangs onto his chest more than anything else. It's no boot, no. Oh yeah, there. The knee goes onto his chest. The knee of Bealu Teshaga was very high up there. Yeah, that can be painful, and that can knock off a lot of wind as well in a game at around this time. We're playing the 89th minute of the game. 1 minute played, one foul committed. You wouldn't want to be able to count it in terms of if it was committed every minute. How many fouls it commit in 90 minutes in a full game if he played there?
That must be the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Jamal.
That is the goalkeeper. It's in a pensive mood.
He is.
This is they drew 0-0 with Awasa. They'd lost previously to Diredar. They'd lost to Fasil. The other one was a draw against Adama. They'd lost to Hadia. They had lost to Sidama as well, and had lost to Bahar Dar. It's not a very good record for Jamal to say at the moment. And now they are facing another very bad result if it ends like this, because we have played the 90 minutes. The other time could just change something if you know what happens in football usually. Tadela Mengesha sends it onto the left side. Two freshmen on that left side. That includes Ibrahim Kadir. It's better, still trying to bring it from the right side. Yeah, it was going to be a through ball, but even Fuad Foreja doesn't have the energy to push for it in full blast, and so it doesn't pick it up at all. We played the 90th minute. 5 minutes of added time. In a game like this, it's still a lot of time. It could produce results for either side, for Wulqi'te to level, or even for the Sabeta side to open the lead further. Mawuli slows it down a bit, knocks it into the midfield. And very well taken to Kadir on the left side. By Tadela Mengesha. Simretu cuts it off. To Sani. Good run by Ahmed Hussein. It's just striking up. Alone is an out-and-out striker. Doesn't have anybody with whom to play it. Out on the right side for the Sabeta side. I actually had to pause to find out whether Mawuli was going to go for that, but he realized he was already on the offside, just across the line from the center, and decided to abandon it altogether. If you don't have any intrusion on the ball, Usually the assistant and the referees don't even bother with you. Teshagir has picked it up at the edge of the box. Here is Mohamed Hassan. Ahmed Hussein, rather, with a hard shot directly to the hands of Fasil Gabriel Mikhail. And that becomes the only save that Gabriel Mikhail has made in the last, I don't know, 20 or so minutes. But a very hard shot, Gilbert.
It is coming from a mistake by Biatlin. And I think a good shot from Ahmed Hussein and the goalkeeping.
Well, the coach doesn't think it was hard enough. He thinks there should have been something more onto it, you know, to trouble the goalkeeper.
It was very
hard. That's why he's been issuing those instructions like, why do you not give it all your energy there? This is deflected back to the defense. The Wulqi'te side of a man on the ground in the field. Might just have to lift himself up because they need all the time. Simbretu has moved up at the front. He wants to challenge for the balls, but he also knows he's got to move back to his line. Simbretu is not happy. The goalkeeper is okay with it. He's going to slow down the game a bit. Now,
well, Bernard, that youngster Fasil Gabriel Mikhail has got.
Do you have Jamal Tissa on this other side?
They just pulled him out of the screen quickly.
Oh, okay. Who pulled him out? They.
Some forces.
Seba Willie might get into something here. He was almost going to stomp onto the ball there. He was challenging for this one with Negash and looked a little bit unhappy. Yeah, I was punching out and almost would have been penalized for stomping there. Back in the midfield again, Dawita Stefano's not happy, but he can't do anything about it. Simbretu is up there. He wants to redeem himself. He's turning into a striker. He's released Tabu Shewale, but told him to move back into defense and stay there. He's coming up at the front. He's waiting for four people actually waiting for this ball to roll over. And then Ahmed is saying, doesn't get a direct shot there. Goes out. It's going to be a goal kick. You were telling me something about this goalkeeper.
The youngster has got a very good future ahead of him. I think the way he has played in the last few matches, I think he shows some very good maturity.
Yep, he's played 11 games so far, and Tessie Natalo has played 12. That makes up for 23 games that they have played so far. So they've almost shared it equally. For the Sebeta side, they know that time is of the essence. They could be losing this one in the next 1 minute or so. Simbretu tries to provide. And he's trying to get back into a central striking position. Ahmed Hussein will let it roll, brings it back into the center. Ayele has a header on it. The defense then chests it for the goalkeeper, who knows the value of running off a few seconds off this game. And two players on the Sebeta side have gone down to intimate that they have a little bit of an injury. So the goalkeeper sends the ball off the field of play. And Adefris is one of them, Haile Mikhail. So he's going to get a little bit of attention here. It's the goalkeeper who just went for the ball, turned and got onto it. Adefris claims that Simbretu bumped him off the rails there. So got only one goal attempt, the left back. It has been very well done. Very difficult game for the two sides. An equal match on skills, and Simbretu bounces this in front of the goalkeeper. Oh, he's going to break the crossbar as well. He's not very happy with himself. I don't think we'll have much to play for in this game so far. We've played 95 minutes. Simbretu will have to contend with the fact that some you win, some you lose. And mistakes do happen as well. And it happened in his defense line. He's going to get himself in trouble. Thomas Simbretu got a yellow in the 19th minute. You don't want to be sent over at about this time. But all indications are that he's exerting himself a little bit too much on the ball. He's very lucky that the referee allows him to just go scot-free. He's already encountered a red card. He's already encountered a suspension on yellow cards. There isn't much more in this game. So Basit Kemal will get back onto his feet and the play will continue. But not for long. For Cisse Abraham, it couldn't have gone worse than it has in this game, in which they had all the chances. A quick one, Gilbert, in terms of summation then.
Well, I think the workers left their tools at home.
Okay. Let's leave it at that. We'll discuss it much later on. You know the nickname of the Wulqiጤ side is the workers. For Jabal to sell, it goes not too well. It's not a very good end to their campaign. They'll next place in Georgia in their last match. I tell you, that will be another match of do or die. But at the moment, their disadvantage is with them. The advantage is with Sidama in that fight to run away from relegation. 1-0 in favor of the Sabeta side. A goal scored by Thomas Simretu in his own goal where he was trying to clear up. And that has left them now trailing and staring relegation on the face. It was just an attempt to clear the ball from the area, and Mawuli was bringing it from the left side of attack. Simretu was trying to cut it out. Instead, he slots it into the net from the Awasa University Stadium. And the scoreline has not gone the Wulqiጤ way. It's Wulqiጤ 0 and Sabeta 1.
ክቡራን ተመልካቾቻችን በወሳኙ የወልቂጤ ከተማ ያለመውረድ ጉዞ ውስጥ በጣም ወሳኝ 3 ነጥቦችን አጥቷል። ወልቂጤ ከተማ 1-0 ተሸንፏል። ቶማስ ስምረቱ ራሱ ላይ ያስቆጠረው ግብ በውድድር ዘመኑ በ2013 የውድድር ዘመን ከፕሪሚየር ሊጉ ላለመውረድ በሚያደርጉት ትንቅንቅ ማግኘት የሚጠበቅባቸውን 3 ነጥብ እንዲያጡ አድርጓቸዋል። በተቃራኒው ሰበታ ከተማ ወደ ፕሪሚየር ሊጉ 3ኛነት መጥቷል። ባልተጠበቀ ሁኔታ ከሁለት ጨዋታዎች በፊት ላለመውረድ እርግጠኛ ያልነበረው ሰበታ ከተማ ዛሬ የውድድር ዘመኑ የፕሪሚየር ሊጉ 3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ መቀመጥ ችሏል። ነገ ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ከሚያደርገው ጨዋታ በፊት እንዲሁም ከነገ በስቲያ ደግሞ ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና ከሚያደርገው ጨዋታ በፊት የፕሪሚየር ሊጉን 3ኛነት ሰበታ ከተማ መያዝ ችሏል። በፕሪሚየር ሊጉ በሁለተኛው ዙር ያስመዘገበው ያለመሸነፍ የአቻነትና አሸናፊነት ጉዞ ለዚህ ደረጃ አብቅቷቸዋል። በቀጣይነት ወልቂጤ ከተማ 1 ጨዋታ ይቀርዋል። ይህንን ጨዋታ ማሸነፍ ነገ ሲዳማ ቡና 1 ነጥብ ካላገኘ ወይም ከተሸነፈ በመጨረሻዎቹ 90 ደቂቃዎች የሚወሰን ያለመውረድ ጉዞ ይኖረዋል። ወልቂጤ ከተማ በኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ 2012 የውድድር ዘመንን የተቀላቀለ ቡድን ነው። በ2012 17 ጨዋታዎችን አድርጎ በኮቪድ ምክንያት ጨዋታዎቹ ሲቋረጡ ወልቂጤ ከተማ በውድድር ዘመኑ የፕሪሚየር ሊግ የመጀመሪያው ጅማሮ ነበር። ዘንድሮ በሁለተኛው ዓመት የውድድር ዘመን ላይ ወልቂጤ ከተማ ላለመውረድ በሚያደርገው ትግል የመጨረሻውን ጨዋታ የነገን የሲዳማ ቡና ከጅማ አባጅፋርን ጨዋታ ይጠብቃል። ከዛ ጨዋታ 1 ነጥብ ሲዳማ ቡና የሚያገኝ ከሆነ ወልቂጤ ከተማ በ2014 የውድድር ዘመን የማይገኝ ይሆናል። ከአሰልጣኝ ሲሳይ አብርሃ ጋር ቆይታ የምናደርግ ይሆናል። 90 ደቂቃው 1-0 ተጠናቋል። ቶማስ ራሱ ላይ ያስቆጥሯል። እንዴት ነበር ጨዋታው?
ጥሩ ነው። ስፔሻሊ ሰከንድ ሃፍ ተጭነን ለመውጣት ሞክረናል። ፈርስት ሃፍም 25 ደቂቃ ቻለ ለመንቀሳቀስ ሞክረናል። ነፃነት ሰጥተናቸዋል። ልጆቹ ሜዳ ውስጥ የሚያደርጉ ብዙ የጎል አጋጣሚ አግኝተናል። መጠቀም አልቻልንም። ያው እንግዲህ ኳስ ነው። ልጆቹ ምናልባት ጫናው ስለሆኑ ያ ነገር ነው ትንሽ እንጂ ትሬኒንግ ላይ በነበራቸው አሁንም ለጨዋታው ዝግጁ ስናደርግ የተሻለ ሞቲቬሽን ነበራቸው፣ የተሻለ ኮሚትመንት ነበራቸው። ግን አሁን ባለው ነገር ያ ሜዳ ላይ አጋጣሚ ሆም ጎል ገብቶብናል። ምንም ማድረግ አይቻልም። ይሄ ኳስ ያለና የሚኖር ነው።
በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ቶማስ ነው ራሱ ላይ ጎሉን ያስቆጠረው። የስነ ልቦና ሽንፈት ታይ ነበር በተጫዋቾች ላይ ገና ነጥቦቹ ሳይናገሩ ወርደናል የሚል መንፈስ ነበር
ነው። አይ እሱ ነገር የለም። ምክንያቱም ክላስም ነበረን፣ ክላስ ውስጥ አውርተናል። ትሬኒንግ ላይም አብዝተን በዚህ ዙሪያ ነበር ስንሰራ የነበረው። ግን ያ ኳስ ነው ማለት ያጋጥማል። የሚችሉትን አድርገዋል፣ ለፍተዋል፣ ደክመዋል። ግን ፈጣሪ አልፈቀደውም። ያ እሱ ሲባርከው ነው ምንም ነገር ቢሆን የሚሆነውና የሚችሉትን አድርገዋል። ምንም ማረጋ የኳስ አንዱ አካል ስለሆነ እንቀበላለን።
ከተከታያችሁ ሲዳማ ቡና ጋር 3 ነጥብ ነው ልዩነታችሁ። ነገ ከጅማ አባጅፋር ጋር ይጫወታል። 1 ነጥብ ይፈልጋል። ከዛ እናንተ መጨረሻው ማሸነፍ አለባችሁ። አሁንም ተስፋ አለ አይወርድም ወልቂጤ?
አዎ ማለት ተስፋ አለን። እኛ እስከመጨረሻ ጌሞችን እስከምናይ ተስፋ አለን። እስከመጨረሻ ተስፋ አለን። ምክንያቱም በቃ ወርዳቸዋል ስንባል ነው የምንወርደው እንጂ ተስፋ አለን። እስከመጨረሻ እንጠብቃለን። እኔም አመሰግናለሁ።
ሲሳይ አብርሃ የወልቂጤ ከተማ አሰልጣኝ 1 ነጥብ ነገ ሲዳማ ቡና የሚያገኝ ከሆነ ከፕሪሚየር ሊግ ወራጅነታቸው ይረጋግጣል። ያም ቢሆን ግን ነገ ተስፋ እናደርጋለን ብለዋል። ተስፋቸው የነገን ጨዋታ ጅማ አባጅፋር እንዲያሸንፍ ከዛ በኋላ ደግሞ ወልቂጤ ከተማ የመጨረሻውን የቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ጨዋታን ማሸነፍ ይጠበቅበታል። በዚህ አጋጣሚ ድሬዳዋ ከተማ ከኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ የ2013 የውድድር ዘመን አለመውረዱን አረጋግጧል ማለት ነው። ትንቅንቁ በሁለቱ ቡድኖች መካከል ይሆናል። ወልቂጤ ከተማ ነገ የሲዳማና የጅማ አባጅፋርን ጨዋታ ከዛሬው 90 ደቂቃ በላይ በጉጉት የሚጠብቀው ይሆናል። ከአሰልጣኝ አብርሃም መብራቱ ጋር ቆይታ እናደርጋለን። እንዴት ነበር ጨዋታው? በጠበቀው መንገድ ሂዷል?
ዛሬ ጨዋታው በጠበቅኩት መልኩ ነው የሄደው። ማግኘት ያለብንን ነጥብ አግኝተናል፣ ደረጃችንም አሻሽለናል። ስለዚህ ከጨዋታ ብልጫችን አንጻር ምናልባት ያገባነው ጎል ኦውን ጎል ቢሆንም ብዙ የሳትናቸው ኳሶች እንደነበሩ ተመልክተናል። በአጠቃላይ ጨዋታው በምፈልገው መልኩ ሄዷል ማለት ይችላል።
ጠንካራ ተፎካካሪ ሆኖ መቅረብ በሁሉም ቡድኖች የሚፈለግ ነው። በተለይ አለመውረዳቸውን ባረጋገጡ ቡድኖች በዛ መንገድ ዛሬ የወልቂጤን ጉዳይ ሳንመለከት በደንብ ተጫውተናል ብለህ ታስባለህ? ትምህርት የሚሰጠው ነገር አለ?
በትክክል ወልቂጤ ላለመውረድ ነው የሚጫወተው። ግን እኛ ሁሉም 12ቱም በፕሪሚየር ሊግ ውስጥ የሚጫወቱት ቡድኖች እኩል ናቸው ለኛ፣ ወደ ላይ ያለውም ወደ ታች ያለው መሀል ላይ ያለውም። ስለዚህ የእግር ኳስ ፕሮፌሽኑ የሚፈቅደው አቅምን የፈቀደ ሁሉ ሜዳ ውስጥ አድርገ የተገኘውን ውጤት በጸጋ መቀበል ነው። ዛሬ በነበረው የልጆቼ እንቅስቃሴ ወይም የቡድን እንቅስቃሴ ተሸንፈን ብንወጣ ኖሮ ወልቂጤን ኮንግራጁሌሽን ብዬ ተጫዋቾቼን ግን አመሰግናቸው ነበር። ስለዚህ እንደ ትምህርት የሚሆነው ምንድነው ለሁሉም ቡድን እኩል ግምት ሰጥቶ ሁልጊዜ ለማሸነፍ መንቀሳቀስ ከሁሉም ክለቦች ይጠበቃል ብዬ አስባለሁ።
3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ናችሁ። ለሁለተኛ ታስባላችሁ ወይስ ቶፕ 5 ከጨዋታው በፊት እንዳልክ 5 ውስጥ ገብቶ ማጠናቀቅ ነው?
ያው አላማችን ቶፕ 5 ውስጥ ሆኖ መጨረስ ነው። ነገር ግን ቡድኖች ነጥብ እየጣሉ ከመጡና እኛ እያሸነፍን ከሄድን ሁለተኛ ደረጃነቱንም እናፍቃለን። ስለዚህ እሱንም ለማድረግ ጥረት እናደርጋለን።
ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ። አሰልጣኝ አብርሃም መብራቱ ከጨዋታው በኋላ አስተያየታቸውን እንዳደመጣችሁት ነበረ የሰጡት። አሁን በፕሪሚየር ሊጉ 3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ይገኛሉ። ከ2 ሳምንታት በፊት ግን ላለመውረድ እርግጠኛ ያልሆነ ቡድን ነበር ሰበታ ከተማ። በቡድኖች መካከል ያለውን የነጥብ ልዩነት በጣም መቀራረብን የሚያሳይ ነው። ፋሲል ከነማ በፕሪሚየር ሊጉ በከፍተኛ ነጥብ በማግኘት ፕሪሚየር ሊጉን መርቶ ሻምፒዮን መሆኑን ካረጋገጠ በኋላ የኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ባለ ደረጃዎቹ ለደረጃ የሚጫወቱት ቡድኖች በየጊዜው ተደጋጋሚ ሽንፈት እያጋጠማቸው ስለመጣ ከታች ያሉት ቡድኖች መጠጋታቸውን ተከትሎ ዛሬ ሰበታ ከተማ 3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ተገኝቷል። 10 ሙከራዎችን አድርገዋል። 4 ኢላማቸውን ጠብቀው 1 አስቆጥረዋል። ከወልቂጤ ከተማ 10 ሙከራዎች 2 ኢላማቸውን የጠበቁ ነበር። በወልቂጤ ከተማ 54 ከመቶ የኳስ ቁጥጥር ጨዋታው ተጠናቋል። መኮንን ምን ይመስላል? ወልቂጤ የመውረድ መንፈስ ያለበት ቡድን ይመስል ነበር። የስነ ልቦና ችግር ነበረባቸው?
እንደዚህ አይነት ስሜት ያለ ይመስለኛል። በተለይ ከሜዳው አጋማሽ ወደፊት ላይ የሚገኙ ተጫዋቾች ላይ የግራ መጋባት ስሜት፣ ኳሱን ሲያገኙት ምን ማድረግ እንዳለባቸው ያለማወቅ ነገር በትክክል የተመለከትን ይመስለኛል። በጨዋታው በጣም ውጤቱ የሚያስፈልገው ለወልቂጤ ከተማ ነው። ግን በጨዋታው ቁርጠኛ የነበረው ጨዋታው ለማሸነፍ ብዙ የጥረ የነበረው ሰበታ ከተማ ነው። በወልቂጤ ከተማ በኩል ያንን ጫናውን መቋቋም የቻለው አይመስለኝም ተጫዋቾቹ። በእርግጥ ቡድኑ ከዚህ ቀደምም ጎል የማስቆጠር ችግር ነበረበት። እንደ ዛሬው አይነት በጣም ወሳኝ ጨዋታ ላይ ስትገኝ ደግሞ የምታገኛቸውን አጋጣሚዎች ብቻ ሳይሆን ከምንም ተነስተ ጭምር ጎል ለማስቆጠር መሞከር አለብን እና የተፈጠሩት አጋጣሚዎችም የጥራት ችግር አለባቸው ብዬ አስባለሁ። ቡድኑ በልምምድ ላይ የተሰራ በደንብ በተጠና መንገድ የፈጠራቸው አጋጣሚዎች የሉ። ከዛ ይልቅ ግን በሰበታ ከተማ በኩል ያንን አይተናል።
ስለ ስሜቶች ስናወራ የሲዳማ ቡናው አሰልጣኝ ገብረመድህን ኃይሌ እዚህ ነበሩ። ከቀጣዮቹ 6 ጨዋታዎች 6 ነጥቦች 1 ማግኘት ይበቃቸዋል። ድሬዳዋ ደግሞ ሆቴል ሆኖ እየተመለከቱ ነው። አለመውረዳቸውን አረጋግጠዋል። የተለያየ ስሜት በ90 ደቂቃዎቹ ተመልክተናል።
ለወልቂጤ ከተማ ለመውረድ በጣም ተቃርበዋል። በጣም የሚያሳዝነው አጋጣሚ ደግሞ ዛሬ የተሸነፉት በራሳቸው ላይ በተቆጠረ ኳስ ነው። ቶማስ ስምረቱ ጎሉን ካስቆጠረ በኋላ ሁሉም ስሜቱ የሰራቸው ጥፋቶች ብዙ ነገሩ
ባኪነት ነበር የጨረሰው። ያንን ለመካስ
ይመስላል ብዙ ሞክረዋል፣ ግን አልተሳካለትም እና የወልቂጤ የውድድር ዘመን በደንብ ዲፋይን የሚያደርገው ጨዋታ ይመስለኛል። ለአሰልጣኝ ሲሳይ አብርሃምም ጥሩ ጊዜ ነበር ብዬ አላስብም። ያደረጓቸውን ተከታታይ ጨዋታዎች ተሸንፈዋል። ከምንም በላይ ግን ቡድኑ የነበረበት የጎል ማስቆጠር ችግር፣ ከኋላ ተከላካይ መስመር ላይ ያለበት ክፍተት ብዙ ዋጋ ያስከፈላቸው ይመስለኛል።
በሁለተኛው 45 ደቂቃ ላይ ነው የወልቂጤ ከተማ የውድድር ዘመን ጉዞን የምትወስን ኳስ የተቆጠረችው። ይህም ተደጋጋሚ ሙከራዎች በኋላ የተገኘች ነች። ፍጹም ገብረ ማርያም በጨዋታው ጥሩ እንቅስቃሴ አድርጎ ሙከራ አድርጎ ነበር ከጎሉ በፊት።
ኦሴ ማውሊ የጎል እድሎችን መፍጠር ላይ በተለይ በጣም ጥሩ ጊዜን ያሳለፈ ተጫዋች ነው። ፍጹም ገብረ ማርያም ተቀይሮ ወጥቷል ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ። በጨዋታው ከመስመር ነበር የተነሳውና ብዙ ተጽዕኖ አልነበረውም በእንቅስቃሴዎቹ። ስለዚህ ኢብራሂም ከድርን ቀይሮ አስገብተዋል አሰልጣኝ አብርሃም መብራቱ። በጨዋታው የተሻሉ የግብ አጋጣሚዎችን በተለይ ክፍት የጨዋታ እንቅስቃሴዎችን በመፍጠር በተጠና መንገድ የግብ እድሎችን የፈጠረው ሰበታ ከተማ ነው። በጣም የተሻለ ነበር።
በግል ፍጹም በባህር ዳር የማይረሳ ቆይታ ነበረው። በድሬዳዋ የማውሊ መምጣትን ተከትሎ ፍጹም ተጠባባቂ ነበር እና ከተጠባባቂ ወንበር ላይ የመጣ ስለሚጫወት የራሱን የስነ ልቦና ደረጃ ከፍ ለማድረግ በጣም ከባድ ነው። በዛሬው ጨዋታ ላይ የተሰጠውን እድል በእርግጠኛ ሙከራ ለማግኘት ከብዶትም ተመልክተናል። ቀጥሎ የምንመለከተው ደግሞ ፉአድ ፈረጃ በሰበታ ከተማ በኩል በሁለተኛው 45 ደቂቃ ያደረገውን ሙከራ ነበር።
ፉአድ እድለኛ ተጫዋች አይመስለኝም። የእድል ጉዳይ ብቻ ሳይሆን የአጨራረስ ድክመትም ያለበት ተጫዋች ነው። ባለፈው ከአዳማ ከተማ ጋር 1-0 ባሸነፉበት በተመሳሳይ ጨዋታ ሁለት ጊዜ ከግብ ጠባቂ ጋር ተገናኝቶ ኳሱን ማስቆጠር አልቻለም እና ምናልባት የስነልቦና የአእምሮ ዝግጅት ችግር ይመስለኛል። ፉአድ ፈረጃ ጎል ለማስቆጠር በጣም ጉጉ መሆኑ አጋጣሚዎች እንዳይጠቀም አድርጎታል። አሁንም ከጀማል ጣሶ ጋር ፊት ለፊት ነበር የተገናኘው። ሰንጣቂ ኳሱ በጣም አስደናቂ ነው። ነገር ግን የፉአድ ፈረጃ አጨራረስ ደካማ ነበረ። ጎል ለማስቆጠር ያለው ጉጉት ጎሎች እንዳያስቆጥር እያደረገው ይመስለኛል። የተፈጠሩለት እድሎች በጣም ብዙ ነበሩ በሰበታ ከተማ።
በደካማው እግሩ በግራ እግሩ ነው ኳሱን የመታው። ውሳኔውም ልክ አልነበረም። የጀማል በእግር ለመመለስ ያደረገው ሙከራ መልካም ነው። በቀላሉ ሊሄድበት የሚችልበት ኳስ መንገዱን ነው ጀማል የዘጋው። ሌላ የተሻለ ነገር ማሰብ አልቻለም በዛ ፍጥነት። የጨዋታው ወሳኝ ሂደት ደግሞ የተቆጠረችው ጎል ነች። ጎሏ ደግሞ በቶማስ ስምረቱ በራስ ላይ የተቆጠረች ጎል ሆናለች።
ይሄ ጎል በራሳቸው በወልቂጤ ከተማዎች ጥፋት የተገኘ ነው። ተስፋዬ ነጋሽ እዚህ ጋር ኳሱን ምን ማድረግ እንዳለበት ግራ ሲገባ ነው ፕሬስ አድርገው ነበር ኳሱን የወሰዱት። ዳዊት እዚህ ጋር ሊመሰገን ይገባል። ፕሬስ ማድረጉ ላይ ስኬታማ ነበረ። ከዛ ውጭ ግን ኦሴ ማውሊ አሁንም የግብ ዕድሎችን መፍጠር ላይ ጭምር ለቡድኑ በጣም ወሳኝ እንደሆነ ያየንበት እንቅስቃሴ ነው። ኳሱን ወደ መሀል ነው ሴንተር ያደረገው። ይሄ አጋጣሚ ለሁለተኛ ጊዜ ነው። ከዚህ በፊትም አንድ ኳስ እንደዚህ ሴንተር አድርጎ ነበርና ለወልቂጤ ከተማ በጣም አሳዛኝ እንቅስቃሴ ነበረ። ተከላካይ መስመሩ ላይ የተፈጠረ መዘናጋት ያለ ይመስለኛል እንጂ ይህን ኳስ ብዙ አደጋ ያለበት አይመስልም ነበር። ምክንያቱም ቶማስ ስምረቱ ልክ እንደ አጥቂ ነው ኳሱ ወደ ራሱ የግብ ክልል የመታው ነው። ጫናው እንዳለ ግልጽ ነው። ነገር ግን የተጫዋቹ የመከላከል አቋቋም ላይ ራሱ ጥያቄ የሚያስነሳ ይመስለኛል።
አሰልጣኝ ሲሳይ ያሳዩትም ከጎሉ በኋላ ብስጭት የቡድኑን መንፈስ የሚገልጽ ነው። 9 ደቂቃዎች ይቀራሉ። እነዚህ 9 ደቂቃዎች በሁለቱ መንገድ የውድድር ዓመቱን ገጽታ መቀየር የሚችሉ ናቸው። ሲገባባቸው ወደ ሀዘን፣ ቢያገቡ ወደ ተስፋ፣ የነገን ጨዋታ ወደ መጠበቅ የሚወስድ ነበር።
እኔ ግን የጨዋታ መንገዳቸው ላይ ጥያቄ የሚፈጥር አቀራረብ ነው የቀረቡት ብዬ አስባለሁ። የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ላይ ቡድኑ የማጥቃት ፍላጎት ያለው አይመስልም። ተጫዋቾቹ ከኳስ ውጭ አይሮጡም። ውሳኔዎቻቸው ጥሩ አልነበሩም። ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ ትንሽ ጫና ለመፍጠር የሞከሩባቸው አጋጣሚዎች ላይ የተሻሉ ነበሩ። ስለዚህ ከመጀመሪያ ጀምሮ ጨዋታውን ለማሸነፍ ማጥቃትን መሰረት ያደረገ እግር ኳስን መጫወት ነበረባቸው ብዬ አስባለሁ።
በሁለተኛው 45 ደቂቃ ላይ ወደ መጨረሻው አካባቢ ወልቂጤ ከተማዎች ከፍተኛ ጫና አሳድረው ነበር። ተቀይሮ የገባው አህመድ ሁሴን ሙከራዎችን አድርጓል። ከነዛ መካከል አንዱ ደግሞ ይህ ሙከራ ነው።
አሁንም የወልቂጤ ከተማ ተጫዋቾች ላይ የአጨራረስ ላይ ያለውን ድክመት የሚያሳይ ነው። በእርግጥ ይሄኛው የአህመድ ሁሴን ሙከራ በጣም ጥሩ ጥንካሬ ነበር ነው ኳሱ በተለይ ነገር ግን ጎል ለማስቆጠር የሚያስችል አንግል ላይ አልነበረም እና ከዚህ ጋር ኳሱን ወደ ጎል ከመሞከር ይልቅ ለቡድን ጓደኛ መስጠት እንደ አማራጭ ሊታይ ይችላል። ቡድኑ ካለበት አደጋ አንጻር እና ሰዓቱ እየሄደ ከመሆኑ አንጻር የአህመድ ሁሴን ውሳኔ ትክክል አልነበረም።
በውድድር ዘመኑ በወልቂጤ ከተማ በኩል በርካታ እድሎች የተሰጧቸው አጥቂዎች፣ ነገር ግን ጥቂት ጎሎች ያሏቸው አጥቂዎች አሉ። የቡድኑን አጨራረስ ጉዳይ ከኋላ ያለውንም ጉዳይ በትክክል የሚገልጽ ይመስላል። ዛሬ ሰበታ ከተማ ማሸነፉን ተከትሎ ከረጅም ሳምንታት ቆይታ በኋላ 36 ነጥብ ላይ እና 3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ተገኝቷል። ከኢትዮጵያ ቡና በ1 ነጥብ ዝቅ ብሏል። ይህ ማለት ኢትዮጵያ ቡና ቀጣዩን ጨዋታ ከሀዲያ ሆሳዕና ጋር ከማድረጉ በፊት 1 ነጥብ ልዩነት 3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ተቀምጧል። በሀዲያ ሆሳዕና እና በኢትዮጵያ ቡና መካከል የሚደረገውን ጨዋታ ሰበታ በጉጉት እንዲጠብቀው ያደርጋል። ባህር ዳር ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ከአዳማ ከተማ ጋር የሚያደርገውንም ጨዋታ እንዲሁም ሰበታ ከተማዎች አሁን በሁለተኝነት ፍክር ውስጥ ገብተው የሚጠብቁት ጨዋታ ይሆናል።
አሰልጣኝ አብርሃም መብራቱ ግን በብዙ ጫና ውስጥ አይደለም ይህን ውጤት ለማስመዝገብ እየጣሩ የሚገኙ እስከ አምስተኛ ካገኘን በቂ ነው ብለዋልና ሁለተኛ ደረጃን ለማግኘት የሚደረገው ፍክክር ላይ ይበልጥ ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስና ኢትዮጵያ ቡና ላይ ጫና የሚፈጥር ውጤት ነው ዛሬ ሰበታ ከተማ ያስመዘገበው።
ወልቂጤ ከተማ ከኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ የውድድር ዘመን በ2014 በነጥብ ደረጃ ሊገኝ ከቻለ ተአምሮች ሊፈጠሩ ይገባል። በሁለቱ ተከታታይ ጨዋታዎች ሲዳማ ቡናዎች ነጥብ መጣል ይጠበቅባቸዋል። ወልቂጤ ደግሞ ቀጣዩን ጨዋታውን ማሸነፍ ይጠበቅበታል። ድሬዳዋ ከተማ በ2014 የቤት ኪንግ የኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ተሳታፊ መሆኑን አረጋግጧል። ጅማ አባጅፋርና አዳማ ከነማን ማን ይከተላል የሚለውን ነገ የሚወስን ጨዋታ እንመለከታለን።
ለሲዳማ ቡና የዛሬ ውጤት በጣም ጥሩ ውጤት ነው ብሎ መናገር ይቻላል። ነገ ከነገ ወዲያ የሚያደርጉት ጨዋታ ላይ ከጅማ አባጅፋር ጋር አንድ ነጥብ ማግኘት ቡድኑ መቆየቱን እንዲያረጋግጥ ያደርጋል። ስለዚህ ወልቂጤ ከተማ፣ ጅማ አባጅፋር፣ አዳማ ከተማ ከዚህ በኋላ የሚያስቡት 2014 ላይ የትግራይ ክለቦች ይመለሳሉ አይመለስም የሚለው ነገር በከፍተኛ ትኩረት የሚጠብቁት ነው የሚሆነው። በዚህ ውድድር ዘመን ግን ጥሩ ጊዜን እያሳለፉ ቡድኖች አልነበሩም።
እንግዲህ በኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ 25ኛ ሳምንት የመጀመሪያ ቀን ውሎ 3 ጎሎችን ተመልክተናል። አንድ ራስ ላይ የተመዘገበ ጎል ወልቂጤ ከተማን 22 ነጥብ ላይ እንዲቆይ የፕሪሚየር ሊጉ ቀጣዩ ወራጅ ይሆን ወይ የሚያስብል ደረጃ ላይ እንዲቀመጥ አድርጎታል። ነገ የሚደረግ ጨዋታ አለ። የመጀመሪያው ጨዋታ ረፋድ ላይ በልዩ ስነስርዓት የሚደረገው ሻምፒዮኖቹ ክብራቸውን የሚጎናጸፉበት ዋንጫውን የሚረከቡበት ቀን ነው። ፋሲል ከነማ ከሐዋሳ ከተማ ረፋድ 3:30 ጀምሮ ሱፐር ስፖርት በቀጥታ ከጨዋታ በፊት የዋንጫ ስነስርዓቱን ሂደትና ሌሎች ክብረ በዓሎችን በቀጥታ ወደ እናንተ ያደርሳል። ከጨዋታውም በኋላ እንዲሁ 30 ደቂቃዎች የዋንጫ ርክክብ ስነስርዓቱን ሱፐር ስፖርት በልዩ ሁኔታ ወደ እናንተ የሚያቀርብ ይሆናል። ከሰዓት በኋላ አዳማ ከነማ ከቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ የሚያደርጉትንም ጨዋታ ሱፐር ስፖርት ከ8:45 ጀምሮ ቀጥታ ወደ እናንተ የሚያስተላልፍ ይሆናል። ለነበረን ቆይታ ከልብ እናመሰግናለን። መልካም የአርብ አመሻሽ እንዲሆንላችሁ ተመኘን። መልካም ጊዜ። በተገናኘ ከጨዋታው በፊት ባሉ ጉዳዮች ዙሪያ ከባልደረባዬ መኮንን ኃይሉ ጋር በመሆን ቆይታ የምናደርግ ይሆናል። እንደምን አድረሃል? እንደምን አርፍዳል?
እንደምን አረፈርክ?
አለን። እንግዲህ ዛሬ ፋሲል ሻምፒዮን መሆኑን ካረጋገጥን በኋላ ነው ጨዋታ የሚደረገው። የዲኤስቲቪ ውድድር የዲኤስቲቪ ዘመን የመጀመሪያው ሻምፒዮን ሆኗል ፋሲል።
ፋሲል ከነማ ሻምፒዮን መሆኑን ያረጋገጠው 4 ጨዋታዎች እየቀሩት ነው፣ የዛሬውን ጨምሮ ማለት ነው። ሻምፒዮን መሆኑ የሚገባው ይመስለኛል። የአሰልጣኝ ስዩም ከበደ ቡድን በብዙ መመዘኛዎች የዘንድሮውን የፕሪሚየር ሊግ ዋንጫ ማሸነፉ ሁሉንም የእግር ኳስ ቤተሰብ የሚያስማማ ይመስለኛል። ዘንድሮ ብቻ ሳይሆን ባለፉት ጥቂት ዓመታት ቡድኑ የመጣበት መንገድ ወደዛ የተንደረደረ እንደሆነ ማሳያዎች ነበሩ።
በተቃራኒ መንገድ ላይ የሚገኘውን ወልቂጤ ከተማን ነው የሚገጥመው። ስለዚህ የተለያየ ስሜት ላይ የሚደረግ ጨዋታ ነው። 3 ጎል ብቻ ነው እስካሁን በአራት ጨዋታ ያየነው። ዛሬ ምናልባት ጎሎች እና ይሆናል
ደረጃ አንጻር ማለት ነው። በፋሲል ከነማ በኩል ግን ሻምፒዮን መሆናቸውን ቢያረጋግጡም ዛሬ አሰልጣኝ ስዩም ከበደ በኋላ ላይ እንመለከተዋለን በስብስባቸው ውስጥ ያካተቱት ከዚህ ቀደም የሚጠቀሙበትን በጣም ጠንካራ ቡድናቸውን ይዘው የገቡት እና አሁንም በማሸነፍ መንገድ ውስጥ የመቀጠል ሀሳብ እንዳላቸው የተመለከትንበት ነው።
5ኛ ከተማ ነው ሐዋሳ። በሐዋሳ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ስቴዲየም ከትናንትና በስቲያ ጀምሮ ጨዋታዎች ሲደረጉ እስካሁን ድረስ ከአራቱ 3ቱ ያለምንም ግብ የተጠናቀቁ ናቸው። ድሬዳዋ ከተማ ከሲዳማ ቡና በእነዚህ 90 ደቂቃዎች በሶስቱም 90 ደቂቃዎች ጎል አልተቆጠረም። ሐዋሳ ከተማ ትላንት ሀዲያ ሆሳናን ያሸነፈበት የ3-0 ውጤት ብቸኛው ጎል የተቆጠረበት ጨዋታ አድርጎታል። ከጥቂት ደቂቃዎች በኋላ ፋሲል ከነማ ከወልቂጤ ከተማ፣ ከሰዓት ደግሞ ባህር ዳር ከተማ ከቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ጨዋታቸውን ያደርጋሉ። ወልቂጤ 10ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ነው፣ 21 ነጥብ አለው። ከሲዳማ ቡና ጋር እኩል ነው፣ ግን አንድ ቀሪ ጨዋታ አለው። ይሄን ጨዋታ ማለት ነው
ዛሬ የሚያሸንፍ ከሆነ ደረጃውን ያሻሽላል። ስለዚህ ለወልቂጤ ከተማ በጣም አስፈላጊ ጨዋታ ነው።
ፋሲል ከነማ 49 ነጥብ አለው። ከዚህ በኋላ ለክብር መጫወት ነው የፋሲል ከነማ ትልቁ ግብ የሚሆነው፣ ነጥቡን ከፍ ለማድረግ 49 ላይ 12 ነጥቦችን ለመደመር ማለት ነው።
ስለዚህ የነጥብ ድምሩን በተለይ 13 ክለቦች ለማጠናቀቅም ይህን ጨዋታ ማሸነፍ እና ቀጣዮችንም በማሸነፍ መንገድ ውስጥ ማለፍ ለቡድኑ አስፈላጊ ነው የሚሆነው።
ፋሲል ቀጥሎ የሚጫወታቸው ቡድኖች ባለመውረድ ጥያቄ ውስጥ ያሉ ቡድኖች ናቸው። ይሄ ደግሞ ቀጥሎ የሚጫወተው እንግዲህ ፋሲል ከነማ በ1968 ነው የተመሰረተው። የጎንደር ከነማ ቡድን ነው። ኢምፐረርስ ወይም ደግሞ አጼዎቹ በሚል ቅጽል ስም ይታወቃል። ፋሲል ከነማ
ፋሲል ከነማ በ2008 ወደ ፕሪሚየር ሊጉ ከመጣ በኋላ አካባቢዎች መካከል በሀገራችን ከሚገኙ ከተሞች ጎንደር ከተማ አንዷ ናት እና ወደ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ቡድኑ ከመጣ በኋላ ከፍተኛ የእግር ኳስ ቤተሰብ ድጋፍ ያለው ክለብ ነው። ደጋፊዎቹ በጣም ጠያቂ፣ እያንዳንዱ የክለቡን እንቅስቃሴ በሚገባ የሚከታተሉ ናቸው። የአሰልጣኝ ቡድን አባላትም አሸናፊዎቹ የሚል ጽሑፍ ያረፈበት ቲሸርት አድርገው እንግዲህ ከባስ እየወረዱ እየተመለከት ነው። እዚህ ቆመንም መልበሻ ክፍላቸው ውስጥ እየጨፈሩ እንደሆነ ድምፅ እየሰማን ነው። ሻምፒዮኑን እያሉ
አሰልጣኙ ስዩም ከበደ ደግሞ በተለየው ያልተለመደ መንገድ ሙሉ ሱፍ አድርገው ሽክ ብለው ዘንጠው ነው ወደ ዛሬ ጨዋታ የመጡት። እንግዲህ ባለፉት 5 ጨዋታዎች ፋሲል 3ቱን አሸንፏል፣ 2ቱን አቻ ወጥቷል። በአመቱ አንድ ጊዜ ብቻ ነው የተሸነፈው።
የፋሲል ከነማ አንደኛው ስኬትና ጥንካሬ የሚሆነው እንግዲህ በተለይ በተፎካካሪ ከሚባሉት የዋንጫ ተፎካካሪ ክለቦች ጋር ውጤት ማምጣቱ ነው። ነገር ግን በአንድ ጨዋታ ብቻ ነው የተሸነፈው በኢትዮጵያ ቡና። ምናልባት ያኛው ጨዋታ የሻምፒዮኑ ፋሲል ከነማን ብዙ ነገር የቀየረ ጨዋታ ብሎ ማንሳት አስደናቂ የውጤት ጉዞ ላይ የሚገኘው እና ይሄ ነገራቸው ምናልባት ከዚህ በኋላ በሚደረጉት ሻምፒዮን ቢሆንም እንኳን ከዚህ በኋላ ባሉት ጨዋታዎችም ያንን ሊያሳዩ ይችላሉ።
ፋሲል ከተማ በቀጣይ ከድሬዳዋ ከተማ፣ ከሐዋሳ ከተማና ከሰበታ ከተማ ጋር ይጫወታል። ድሬዳዋና ሰበታ የመውረድ ስጋት ያለባቸው ቡድኖች ናቸው። ሐዋሳ ደግሞ ሁለተኛ ለመሆን ጨዋታውን የሚያደርግ ይሆናል። በከተማው የሚያደርገው ጨዋታ ነው የሚሆነው። እነዚህ ጨዋታዎች ለፋሲል ከነማ ቀሪዎቹ 3 ጨዋታዎች ናቸው። ይህንን ትዕይንት እየተመለከትን ነበር።
ስሜት እንዳለ የሚያሳይ ነው። ይሄ ቦታና ሁኔታ ተጫዋቾች ልምምድ መስራት የነበረባቸው ወይም ማሟሟቂያ መስራት የነበረባቸው ነው። ግን በጣም በፍጹም ደስተኛ ስሜት ውስጥ ሆነው እንቅስቃሴ እያደረጉ ነው።
በሜዳ ላይም በሱፋቸው ሆነው ነው ከጨዋታው በፊት ከተጫዋቾቻቸው ጋር እያሟሟቁ አብረው ሲመሩ የነበሩት አሰልጣኝ ስዩም ከበደ ከዚህ በፊት ከ18 ዓመታት በፊት በኢትዮጵያ ሻምፒዮን መሆን ችሏል። አሰልጣኝ ስዩም ከበደ በፕሪሚየር ሊጉ ከ2 የተለያዩ ክለቦች ጋር ዋንጫ ማግኘት የቻሉ ሁለተኛው ሰው ሆኗል ከአሰልጣኝ ገብረመድህን ኃይሌ ቀጥሎ። እንዲሁም ደግሞ 3 ዋንጫዎችን በማንሳት ብቸኛው አሰልጣኝ ናቸው። ከአሰልጣኝ ስዩም ከበደ ጋር የነበረን ቆይታ እንደሚከተለው ተከታተሉታላችሁ።
በጣም እድለኛ ነኝ። በጣም ደስ ያለኝ ምክንያቱም ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ ዓለም የሚያየው የሀገራችን ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ውድድርን በደስ ቲቪ ነው የሚተላለፈው። እና ይሄ መጀመሪያ በሆነው እንትን የፋሲል ከነማን ቡድን ይዤ ሻምፒዮን በመሆኔ የተሰማኝ ክብር እጅግ ከፍተኛ ነኝ። በዚህ አጋጣሚ መላ የፋሲል ደጋፊዎች በሀገር ውስጥም በውጭም ያሉትም እንኳን ደስ ያላችሁ ማለት እፈልጋለሁ። ታሪካዊ የዲኤስቲቪ ሆነናል ማለት ነው።
ዛሬ በተለየ ልብስም ነው የመጣው እና ከዛ ጋር ይገናኛል?
በደንብ ይገናኛል። ምክንያቱም ያው ስፖርተኛ እንደ ስፖርተኛ ነበር እስከዛሬ ስናገር የነበረው። አሁን ግን ያው ሁሉ ነገሩ ደስታ ላይ ነው ያለነው። ስለዚህ አመጣጤም በዛ መልክ ነው።
ሻምፒዮን ከሆኑ በኋላ መጫወት የተለየ ስሜት ነው ያለው እና በምን አይነት መንገድ ነው የዛሬን ጨዋታ የምትቀርበው?
የዛሬ ጨዋታ ለእኛ ጥሩ ይሆናል ብዬ አስባለሁ። ምክንያቱም ከነበረብን ፕሬዥር የሻምፒዮናውን ክብር ለመቀዳጀት በምናደርገው ጉዞ ላይ የነበሩት ውጣ ውረዶች አሉ እና ሜዳ ላይ የሚያጋጥሙ ብዙ ነገሮች፣ ፈተናዎች አሉ። አሁን ከዛ ነፃ ነን። ስለዚህ ከአሁን በኋላ የምንጫወተው ለክብራችን ነው። አሁን ያለንበት ነጥብ 49 ነው። የቀሪ 4
በኋላ እንጫወታለን። የአሰልጣኝ ስዩም ከበደ ሀሳብ ነው። በወልቂጤ ከተማ በኩል ደግሞ ይህንን ጨዋታ ማሸነፍ በሊጉ በ2014 ለመቆየት ወሳኝ ጨዋታዎች መካከል አንዱ ነው።
የወልቂጤ ከተማ የውድድር ዘመን ትንሽ አስገራሚ ይመስለኛል። የመጀመሪያዎቹ 2 ከተሞች ላይ በጣም ጥሩ ውድድር ሲያደርግ የነበረ ቡድን ነው። ከዛ በኋላ ደግሞ በቀጣዮቹ 2 ከተሞች ላይ በጣም እየተዳከመ የመጣ ስብስብ ነው። የአሰልጣኝ ደጋረገ ግዛው በህመም ምክንያት ከቡድኑ መራቅም በቅርብ ጨዋታዎች ላይ እያስተዋል ነው የምንገ እና ማጥቃቱ ላይ የሚዛን ችግር ያለበት ይመስለኛል። ብዙ ጎሎችን አያስቆጥርም። አጥቂዎቹ የግብ ዕድሎችን ያገኛሉ፣ ነገር ግን የአጨራረስ ድክመት አለባቸው። ተከላካይ መስመር ላይ የመጀመሪያዎቹ 8 ጨዋታዎች ላይ ይመስለኛል በጣም አስደናቂ የመከላከል ጥምረት ነበረው። የኋላ ግን እየፈረሰ የመጣ ነው እና የሚዛን ችግር በቡድን ውስጥ ብዙ ዋጋ አስከፍሏቸዋል።
አሰልጣኝ አብዱልሃኒ ተሰማ ፋሲል ከነማን እንኳን ደስ አላችሁ በማለት ስለ ዛሬው ጨዋታ አስተያየታቸውን እንደሚከተለው ሰጥተዋል።
ያው ፋሲል የስራ ውጤት ነው ያገኘው ብዬ አስባለሁ። በዚህ አጋጣሚ ለፋሲል ተጫዋቾች፣ ኮቺንግ ስታፍ እና ደጋፊዎች እንኳን ደስ አላችሁ ማለት እፈልጋለሁ።
ዛሬ እንግዲህ ሻምፒዮን
ውጤቱ ስለሚያስፈልገን ሞር ከነሱ የተሻለ ኳሱን ይዘነው ተጫውተን ውጤት ለማምጣት ነው ወደ ሜዳ የምንገባው።
የባለፉት 2 ቀናት የሐዋሳ ውጤቶች ለእናንተ የተሻሉ ነበሩ ከወራጅነት ፉክክሩ አንጻር?
ያው ጥሩ ነው። እንትኑ ላይ ሰንጠረዡ ላይ ልዩነት አይመጣ እንጂ ያው ልዩነት የሚፈጥረው የዛሬው ጌም ነው ብዬ አስባለሁ።
14 ነጥብ ልዩነት የሊጉ ሻምፒዮን መሆኑን ያረጋገጠው ከ2 ቀናት በፊት ነበር። ዛሬ ደግሞ የሊጉ ሻምፒዮን ከሆነ በኋላ ላለመውረድ ከሚጫወተው ወልቂጤ ከተማ ጋር ወሳኙን ጨዋታ ከደቂቃዎች በኋላ ያደርጋል። ከሱፐር ስፖርት ከሻምፒዮኖቹ ዓለም ጋር በመሆን በአማርኛው የጨዋታ የቀጥታ ስርጭት ከማርቆስ ኤልያስ እና መኮንን ኃይሉ፣ በእንግሊዝኛው ጊልበርት ስሌባ እና በርናንድ ኦቴኖ ጋር
And a very good morning to you, and welcome back to Awasa City, the smooth lake of love. And if you love football, then this is where you come to, the Awasa University Stadium. Fasil are playing today, and Fasil Ashena Fiochu Onare. They are champions, 2013 in the Ethiopian calendar, 2020 in the other calendar. They will be playing against a team that really needs to win today, although Fasil have won it with 3 matches to spare, 4 matches to is going to be bringing them onto the field of play. There'll be a little bit of a difference today in how they line up into the stadium. And of course, the referees are internationals. They have brought them onto the field. Lemine Gusi at the center. Shewa gives out Tababel as the first. Kinfayoma as the second. An international fourth referee, Biamlak Tesema, who's destined for the Tokyo Olympics, are bringing them onto the field. It's going to be a little different today. The team that are playing against a team that really needs to win today, or the champions designate, Fasil are the 2020-2021 champions of the Ethiopian Premier League with 4 matches to spare. They deserve the guard of honor. They won it after having played 20 matches. They won 15 of them, drew 4 and lost only 1 match, the least number of losses in the Ethiopian Premier League, scoring 35 goals and conceding the least number again at 13 with a plus 12 goal difference. Now that is a very, very good record, and also getting an unassailable 14. Fasil lost all their matches currently, but that is not going to happen. They're not going to lose all their matches. They might not win all of them because Wulqi'te also wants to win today. Here is the lineup they have put in. Now you notice in goal, rested the usual Samake Mikel, who's played 20 matches. That was enough to win them the league. They're giving a chance to Nekachu Kidane today. They've got Yared by Saida Hassan, who came in the 93rd minute against Bahar Dar today, playing in the first 11 as well. They have a solid defense, Absalo Tila and Kadir, Koulibaly and Shimakit Guksa. And then the man who scored a lovely volley the last time in the 40th minute against Hadia, Bezab Malayo, will be in the team as well. Yehun in the show, and Mujib Kasim, Surafal Donachi and Berket Dessa are there as well. Mujib trying to go for the golden boot. Getting into the coin toss, Mr. Fikadu Girma with a sprightly sprint to get in there to be able to be part of that historic photo when Fasil were declared the champions. On the other side, Wulqi'te City are also putting in the best that they have in today's match. Although they've rested the usual goalkeeper, Jamal Taseo, they've given a chance to Ioannis Bezabi. And then Tesha Ger, Fireu Solomon, Ashari Al-Mehadi, and Israel Shetu getting a start today, together with Abu Bakar Sani as well, getting a start in the first 11, just to be able to get a chance to prove that they can be of use to the team today. They don't have their usual coach, Degi Yarigal Yigzo. There's very many reasons that have been given there. Samake Mikel on the bench, Enyeo Kasahun as well, one of the hardest defenders that you'll encounter in the Ethiopian Premier League. Abtamu Chekesa is on the bench, not Nile Gabriel Georgis. Players who can give a good account of themselves on the team. For the Wulqi'te side, they've got Jamal Taseo on bench, like we said. Jared Tadese as well. He's got 3 goals and hasn't been able to give a very good account of himself. Enoch Ayela as well is on that bench. The winning coach, Siom Kebela, with a good number of accolades to him today in a suit. Looking quite good. Well, looking like a champion himself. Good. Well, looking like a champion himself as well. That we must give to them. So he obviously is relishing the chance. He's the 7th club to win the league under the current format. And just having been formed in 1968, I think the team from Gondar has done very well today. They were leading the league by the time there was the abandonment by COVID. And so they've just continued where they stopped. Today, Abdul Hani Tasema, the assistant coach, will still be taking on the Wulqi'te side. And we'll see how they perform today. They've made some 2 changes. They've started with Israel Shetu and Abu Bakar Sani in the first 11. Shetu today on his 3rd match. And Sani playing his 14th match. Fasil Kelema versus Wulqitte City is live for you on your World of Champions from the Awasa University Stadium. A crunch match for Fasil to prove that they are deserving champions. I am Barado Tieno, and in the company of Gilbert Salebo to take you through this one in English with an early attempt to try and feed Mujib Kasim up front. It comes to the left side to Barakat Desta, who doesn't get a shot towards goal. Gilbert, this is going to be another one played almost like a final.
Well, I think even from the way it has started, I mean, it's showing that this is a cup final. What a privilege, Bernard, for you and I to be commentators in this game for the champions, the Ethiopian champions, being shown live on your World of Champions, and also a privilege for Wulqitte to be playing the Ethiopian champions and the Ethiopian representatives in the African Championship.
It was in the fixtures. There's no privilege there. I mean, they haven't been chosen over others. That's the fixture, so there's no privilege there.
It is a privilege.
No, they could be saying that they played the Champions League team. They can say that they played a Champions League team, but they. In other countries, for them to also merit that position. But yes, you're right. It's a big game. But Wulqitte needs to win as well. They have a -4 goal difference. They have 21 points, same as Sidama. They need to move away from that position because there are only 13 teams on the log.
Absolutely, Bernard. And I've actually drawn a line from position 9 downwards.
Why did you draw a line there?
The reason being that Wulqitte, Diradawa, Sidama are fighting for their lives in this league. So Wulqitte must quagmire which they are in right now. Well, on 21 points.
Adama is in trouble, I can tell you that for sure. If they win all their matches, they'll have 12 plus 10. They'll only have 22. So they're already in trouble as it is. And also Jima Bajifara is also in trouble.
Absolutely.
And look at the number of matches
Sidama
is also in trouble. Yeah. So Wulqitte, this one is a fight. Get 3 points out of this one and they can move out of the zone here. And they try an early shot from the left foot coming off the Badu today is who's going to be playing a defense for the team from Gonda. Well, I tell you, the other famed player who came from that side in Gondar was Mengistu Warku. We talked about him in the earlier stages of the Ethiopian Premier League. And must be very happy about what's going on at the moment, where he is, as a team from Gondar is doing them proud again. So, you know, if you talk about the league title, St. George is still there. And now you'll add Fasil to it as well. It's concentrating on this game, then it's going to be a free kick that will be given to the Wulqitte side. They have drawn 2 out of the last 5 matches and lost 3. Now, in comparison to the Fasil side that has won 4 out of the 5 matches and drawn 1, the statistics would be very favorable to the Fasil side. But this is usually the kind of match in which you prove yourself as well, Gilbert.
That Fasil have put out there. They brought in a goalkeeper who has never played in this league, Yegnikachu Kidane, being the first match, playing on behalf of Samake Mikel. So he has really got to prove that he merits being the second.
What's his first name again, Gilbert?
Yidne Kechu.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yidne Kechu.
You're right, yeah. Yidne Kechu Kidane. Don't worry, the Barrick